3 into the 4. Exhibit's wife is never gonna win this one.
You think so?
No.
Wow.
Y'all don't know about this.
I heard the brothers hiding money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or at least allegedly, according to her.
Exhibit posted about it.
Okay.
And he said, by the way, this is the Men on the Internet podcast. This is Kerbin Johnston.
I'm Sunil.
I'm Chris.
And Sam's still here.
Sam is still here. Toxic as ever. There's a song for you. It's called If I Get Caught. It's by Division.
Oh, I thought It Wasn't Me by Shaggy was this song.
I should play something for you if YouTube will allow it. But we'll come back to that. So, X to the Z Exhibit.
Mr. Pimp My Ride.
Okay, his brother says he was hiding $20 million somewhere.
X was or his brother was?
No, his brother said the exhibit was because he owns a weed company with Dr. Dre and it makes $1 million a month.
Wow.
So he has $20 million somewhere that he hid because him and his wife just got divorced.
Right.
And X to the Z Exhibit came out and said, yo, this is hella dangerous, what y'all doing right now. And also it has nothing to do with our son. Now, of course, they're divorced, so the money pretty much just got to do with either alimony or child support. Mm-hmm. And the number one thing I'm seeing is that really his wife?
What? I haven't seen the picture.
She looks a little mountainous. As in,
is she from the mountains?
The mountains of Caucasus.
White, you mean?
Oh.
Yes, just like Jay Ellis.
She's light skinned.
You mean
She looks skin. She looks calciumed.
Wait, what's the thing I sent you? The NBA thing? The biracial something association?
What?
Shoot, I'm forgetting.
No, it's
but she looks white to me.
I'm gonna look this up.
But
right
she also kind of looks Kamala Harris-ish.
Okay.
So she half Indian?
I'm not sure. You tell me. She's
Yeah.
You have the right.
And she
Okay,
look-
she looks Latin. Let's go to the resident Latin.
yeah. Go to Chris.
She looks
Wait, now back to
She
the white.
looks
Back to the
Latin.
white.
What's her name?
What is her name? Graciela?
Is that like a Alec Baldwin situation where his wife pretends to be Spanish?
Oh, his wife's not Spanish? That's probably why he shot the
they-
guy.
Krista Joyner.
Ah, that's
Wait,
quiet.
Joyner?
Krista's tough. Krista's
Yeah.
tough
Joyner.
because that,
Krista?
That could be a Hispanic name.
but it
Krista?
could not.
It could not. Damn.
And with science these days, you can make yourself look like any color, really.
That's true. Bronzer.
Yeah.
true.
So
But it's more in her eyes that she looks. But those eyelashes aren't real either.
prayers
Nothing's real.
to X to the Z. Prayers for Jay Ellis and his white wife. I noticed that Jay Ellis, you posted the picture of you and your beautiful wife, and you didn't leave the captions on. But the
Maybe
shade
not.
room did not.
Like
Let
Kardashian
me see.
almost.
She kind of looks like Cher in this picture.
Lord. No, that's a white.
No, Cher doesn't have no boobies.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, from yeah.
Hold on, let me put.
She
Let me
white.
show the. Let me show the camera.
white.
Wait, so is this the Ponzi scheme money that they're making off the weed?
It's not Ponzi. How's it Ponzi? They sound
Because like I sell to you, then you sell to your 5 friends, then you sell to your weed, your 5 friends.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
So Krista Joyner is playing a real dangerous game with X to the Z's money. Prayers to him. Jay Ellis, I'm so sorry that the shade room posted your wife, so that everybody can make fun of her.
Why are you bringing them up? What's this have to do with
Shade
anything? Like, because you're making a point to say that like 3 times.
Trying to
What
get
am I missing?
Trying to get that traffic, you know? Shade room.
The shade room's being real shady. That's all I'm saying. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're talking about Black Panther today.
Right.
So there's one thing.
Wakanda forever.
There's one thing I found weird. Okay, when people die, I think it's weird when they post things on their page for money. I'm the only person that thinks that. But Paul Walker dies. Imagine if they post the next Fast and Furious trailer on his page. They posted the trailer on Chadwick Boseman's page, and it made me feel weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Right?
I mean,
Who's still-
He's got a lot of followers still, right?
Who's on the
He
page?
does.
So
I mean, probably his family.
I guess if they're making money off of it, if it's going to his like his estate,
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
I just find it weird. You know, like post it somewhere.
Yeah.
But XXX Tentacion, they still
Yeah.
post on his page whenever they have another album that they're trying
Really?
to piece together. It's just weird to me. It's odd.
Yeah.
But the trailer did come out, and I don't want to hate on it. I don't want to hate on it. It's just that's the one thing that I'm like, this is odd. Okay, so the trailer comes out, and it's a black version of Avatar. Am I the only person?
Well, I
that saw
thought
that?
Avatar was the black.
They're
version.
blue. Y'all,
I mean,
y'all didn't see that?
I didn't think so.
Fern Gully, maybe?
Wait a minute. How's that? How's that Avatar?
Well, elaborate. Good.
Okay, it's just the mysticalness of it,
Right.
right? With the sea creatures and the,
Oh,
you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
that's-
you know what I mean?
that's
And
the
it's
bad
very
guy.
mystically. Oh, he's the bad guy? I
Yeah,
didn't know
Namor. Namor the.
Namor is the bad guy.
Yeah.
that. Is he from Fern Gully?
No,
No,
Kelby.
He's from
Never
the
mind.
ocean, though. That's the point.
Yeah, he an ocean person. Ocean Wakanda.
And then I was waiting for Jason Momoa to come out, and I said, well, he's not black.
He's also
He's
different
also
universe.
from our franchise, so.
Kelby's fucking this up badly right now.
Kelby tried to find something wrong,
and
he's
just
like,
know Kelby's black. For those of you that can't see this, so
I heard
this
Winnie
is
the Pooh's in the
against.
movie, too.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
but it did look
against
good, though.
everything.
It did look
Oh,
good,
now
though.
it look good.
Yeah.
Now there's something wrong with it.
I wasn't trying to find anything wrong with it. The only
You
thing
weren't?
No.
Because you didn't say anything positive till the end right now.
What's there to say?
Until
It's
I was
clips with
corrected.
music.
Yo, I thought one that is going to be very difficult, right? The fact that they're even choosing to do this movie, I think, is great because
Of course. Why would they
Chadwick,
not?
well, because it's really hard to replace the Black Panther with something else. So
Nah, they replaced Dumbledore.
okay, we're talking about completely two different things.
What are you talking about?
So I'm talking about a movie that made not only cinematic, like impact cinematically, but culturally. This was a big deal, right? Because it was the first like real popular black superhero in like the Marvel universe, right? And then because Chadwick Boseman did such a great job with it, because Michael B. Jordan did such a great job with it, like this movie, like people were identifying as they're from Wakanda when it's not even a real place over actual African tribes and stuff that they could actually trace their history to. So I mean, this made a huge impact. So to be able to replace, I think it would have been difficult, right?
You saw the scene at the end, right? With the
Yeah,
hands.
so that's
do
what
you
I'm saying.
you
So-
think they did replace him?
That I don't know.
You think they did?
I think
Yeah.
I don't know if they replaced him with somebody new, or if somebody becomes the Black Panther that we already have a relationship with.
If it's John Boyega, I'm gonna be upset.
No. No. I don't think John Boyega is gonna be in it though. You think?
Was he in the last one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie
But I do agree-
Kaluuya is the one.
I do agree with you as far as like the cinematics. They're going after something different.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's
it's
giving me
different, yeah.
major Avatar, big money.
The color schemes,
That's
all
what
that
I'm
kind
saying.
of stuff.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
different. Yeah.
Now I will say this: I think I probably enjoy this one more than the first one.
Really?
The first one to me didn't hit me.
The first one to me was like The Lion King. You know, he dies, quote unquote, and then he like goes somewhere else to recover, preps himself to come back and take back the throne. So it was very Lion King kind of vibes.
Oh shoot! I
From
didn't
the
even think about
brother,
that.
you know, from a relative, a cousin, like, right? It was his cousin.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So it was kind of like that. That was kind of like that same storyline.
Now, what do you think is about to happen?
Oh, I think this whole thing, and I think the reason why they put it on Chadwick's page was to be more of a tribute to him and his impact on the franchise and,
Sure.
and all that stuff. Namor, that's why you see all the Avatar looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Namor's from the ocean, and he brings all like I think that's his like tribe or his people on the whales like coming up. You see him. But I thought the music on the trailer was
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was
real
very good.
Are you kidding
Very
me? That
good.
was fucking awesome. It was really good.
So, are you watching this weekend one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be worth it.
Yeah, I think
Probably
I am
twice.
too, but I didn't. I on Nope. Like I'm cool to watch that like weekend 2, 3.
Yeah.
For me, I will watch it in theaters, but I can wait. But this one, I feel like I'll identify more with it because now it just seems like it's just larger.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I don't know what it was about it, but it just maybe the pacing was too slow for me, but it just didn't hit, you know. But this one just, I think they just gave it everything that they're looking for. I would be very disappointed if it's not next level on that level.
Well, I think Chadwick Boseman's character is in it, but then he gets killed because I think
They had already started filming.
What do you think about it?
Something.
Chadwick knew he was sick. For sure, for years, like prior, that he kept it private to himself.
Right.
You don't think he's gonna tell Kevin Feige and all them producers at Marvel?
I mean,
hey,
there's
I'm
that-
sick. This might
There's
not.
that
I might not have a
interview
second.
where he said, "I'm dead," and
I'm
you know,
dead,
like,
yeah.
So, but in the original movie, like all of them, the Black Panthers die, and they're just like in that other realm,
Right.
So I could see like he's in that realm because they showed in there like everybody's sad and all this kind of stuff. So clearly, his version of Black Panther is no longer alive. I just want to know, is it going to be a completely new person that becomes Black Panther, or is it already somebody that we have a relationship
From
with?
what I remember, it might be the sister. I think it's supposed to be the sister.
From the comic books?
Yeah,
Or she becomes Black Panther?
I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't it the sister that made some COVID claims?
She
Was it?
I thought she wasn't going to be in the movie.
Nah, she's there.
She's
They
all
showed
over the
her in
trailer.
it.
So.
Yeah.
You know who's not going to be in the movie?
Who?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he's not going to be in it.
Why?
I think it was a scheduling thing.
He's probably making nope.
He's the guy. No, he's like the
I'm
one
making
that
notes
was
on
married
Oprah.
to her.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because there's a lot of Indian influence in there too.
Really? Mm-hmm. You just trying to find any? No, I'm just like.
Not like they had like, cause even what was the name that you just said? Umbaku. Yeah. So he's like praying to Hanuman. That's an Indian god. And so like
It's a real Indian god?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
So he was like one of the protectors of one of the big gods, Ram. So anyways, but in there they showed a scene where they were all looking like Hanuman.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
cool.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be cinematically great. They have so much pressure to make this good; it can't flop.
Oh
Right.
no. If it's bad, or at least even just average, like that damn Mr.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Damn Strange. That movie was trash.
Right.
The second one. If they do that,
It was
would be-
confusing.
Oh, so you did watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think?
Oh boy.
Yes,
So I
sir.
definitely thought your little pin remark was, I was watching, I was like, Kelby's crazy.
I told you. Thank you.
ridiculous for making the whole episode about that. Damn
told
pin. I wouldn't have even recognized the pin
I
if you didn't say
had
it.
one small note that Sabalos exploded
that's
because he
false.
loves Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do love Jojo Rabbit, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but anyways,
I'm
I
just
didn't
saying.
think it was terrible. Like, I didn't think it was trash. I did think that it was confusing. Like, there was a lot going on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I just think they're like, I agree with you. Maybe the writing could be like, there's not a deep story like some of these other. Yeah, it's a lot of just, hey, people are already gonna come and watch this. Let's just make it entertaining, and a lot of explosions, a lot of this, a lot of that. Let's do something to confuse people to be like,
Yeah.
like, you know, there's got to be some kind of deep. They're finding the Easter eggs and stuff. I really think they need Iron Man to come back.
Well,
I think he holds everything together.
if you watch the Wakanda Forever trailer, there's a woman hammering a big old piece of metal, and the shape that falls out of that piece of metal is a heart. And
Ironheart.
Ironheart is the next Iron Man in the comics,
And she's black.
and she's black.
So she's from Wakanda.
So I'm pretty sure she's gonna come up as the next Iron Man soon.
Who's she?
I don't know. We
Oh, we
we
don't
couldn't
know
see
who
the
the
face.
actress
We
is?
couldn't see the face.
But I really think they're missing. I think there's a few, and this is just my opinion. I'm sure people will disagree, but there's certain characters that I think it's not going to be as good unless they're in it. And Iron Man, he's one of them. Not the character, but the actor, that Robert Downey Jr. He's one. I think who they have as Spider-Man is great. Tom Holland, I think he needs to be in it. I think they're gonna miss Captain America. Like, I just think the
Is
replacement.
Captain America done?
No,
He's like, he aged out of it, but
well, I mean, Chris Evans is gone, but
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's
It's,
old. Got it.
it's
It's
Anthony
Anthony
Mackie.
Mackie.
yeah. And I think Anthony Mackie could do a good job with it.
Did you
But
watch the show?
The show, that's what I'm saying. Like, they just need to do it in movie. I don't like the TV shows that they. I haven't liked any of them. I know you guys were big on WandaVision, but
WandaVision
I
was
liked
dope until the
WandaVision.
end.
I liked Loki. Loki was good.
Loki was actually pretty alright.
Pretty good.
I could only get through a few episodes, and then it was just like, there's too much going
I
on.
like the cartoon one. The cartoon one kind of blew my mind.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
I didn't hear
what
him.
if?
Go ahead and say that. What he said?
The cartoon
The
version.
What If.
The cartoon of what?
The What If show.
Oh,
The cartoon. It
what
was
is that?
animated.
It's part of the Marvel.
It's in the Disney Plus show.
No, but like which superhero?
All of them.
Oh.
It's like pretty much Multiverse of Madness. It's like what would happen if Captain America wasn't Steve Rogers? What if it was Peggy Carter? So what if it was it's that kind of thing.
It's really hard to get into another character, right? After you've already created a relationship with it, which is why I think the Spider-Mans are so amazing, because they did a good job like of replacing the Spider-Mans with, and you're still buying into that's the new
Right,
Spider-Man,
right,
right?
right.
It's very hard, I think, to do that, and I
Right.
think that's what they're running into trouble with. Like Wanda on her own, I don't know, like
That
Wanda
story was whack.
It was.
It was whack.
and even Doctor Strange, like without like the fact that there was no other people that came in, like they tried to create this new character. What's her name? America
Chavez.
Well, no, in the
What's
show,
her superhero name? I think it's like Stargirl or something.
America.
Yeah.
Anyway, America.
it's
Chavez.
like she seems like an outsider. Like I didn't buy through watching the movie. I'm not like waiting for her next movie.
Right.
No,
You know what I
we're
mean?
not,
Like-
we're not checking out for America.
Yeah.
No. I don't think she will have a solo movie, but
Look, it's a hot take. I think it's a wrap for Marvel.
Yeah, I think
For
they're
being
struggling.
the folks on top, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
the big milestones that they had from Avengers to Avengers,
Right.
was that 4 or 5 or whatever? It's over because now they're introducing out. Who watched Moon Knight?
I didn't
That was
even know it
god-awful.
existed.
You liked it?
it's pretty good.
Okay, I tried to watch it. It
But
was
here's
awful.
the thing. We always had an Avengers to go to, like look at, like all of these pieces were gonna come in.
Yeah.
They need to do something to like draw that back where
It's
you're
too
just like,
complicated as well too, though. Because now, if you didn't watch WandaVision, you didn't get Doctor Strange 2.
I mean, I did, but
You
you
didn't
had to
get
piece
the
it
whole
together,
thing. Yeah,
right?
you didn't get the whole
You had to
thing.
piece it. I didn't get it right away.
But
Yeah.
now
Like, what
every
the-
side character is getting a TV show, and it's just like it's
It's
too
a lot
much.
to have to pay attention to.
It's a wrap. Marvel needs new direction, and I think DC might be coming back up.
Yeah.
I think they might. I don't know who's coming. Who's next?
Well, the Batmans are doing great.
The Batmans are good. Shazam's coming back, and Shazam links
Shazam was the one
to
that
Zachary Levi, the kid.
yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
It was okay.
I mean, but they
The
have the
second one.
character. Like
Right,
they're
they have
trying
Oh, the
to
new one
keep-
was fire.
Yeah,
the new one was fire.
But Shazam links to Black Adam, which is The Rock.
I was gonna say Black Adam's
And
coming
Black
out soon.
Adam,
You know, The Rock ain't gonna
that
put it.
movie has 4 or 5 different DC superhero cameos in the trailer alone. So then you're like, okay,
Black Adam?
That's in the Black Adam trailer.
Uh-huh.
It links like 3 or 4 other DC superheroes. So then that leads to their movies. So I think they're ready to expand more too.
Yeah, they got to. And I think Marvel maybe needs to take a back seat on all the programming that they have. If you're going to make it all connect, you can't expect us to watch all that stuff.
on different platforms. That's the
Yeah, on
problem.
all that stuff. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Make the movies, make the movie characters. And then if y'all got a TV show, make the movies about the movie stuff, then make the TV show about the TV show stuff. But when you mixing the TV show stuff in show number 1, and then you still got to remember that they're 5 years. For 5 years,
Yeah,
they were dead.
the
And
blip,
then,
yeah.
all this, like, yo, relax.
And I don't think they're doing as good of a job of making you fall in love with the characters. Like
That's true.
That's what I think is the biggest issue. Because if you were invested in these characters, I think we could pay attention a little bit more. But you're not. Like they're taking side characters that were good because they were like the sidekick and trying to make them like main characters
Wanda.
now. And like that's not. You know,
Well,
I
you
think
gotta
that's tough.
consider what Marvel was originally. It was comic books, and they all have their convoluted stories. There's different universes. There's different people. There's different characters, and that just leads to more writers and more artists making new and different things. And that's how they kept their business running for so long. was because if I put out all these issues, I have to buy all the issues so I can understand the story and I can enjoy the character more. And I think they're just duplicating that into the movie form. Now I have my movie comic book universe to, I gotta watch all the shows, I gotta watch all the movies. If there's Star Wars land and everybody's watching all the Star Wars and reading all the Star Wars fiction that comes out and the TV shows and all this stuff, there's an audience for the Marvel stuff. But it's never gonna stop.
But it's the quality of it is not as good.
But do you think, Chris, they're doing a good job tying it all together like they were when they initially came out? When they started with Iron Man, and then they did like Captain America, and then they did all this kind of stuff, and then you were like waiting till after the credits to see what the hell's next to like see.
Well, now you've seen all those, and it was an amazing story arc,
right?
But now you know what to expect almost. Like now they can't just give you 10 movies, here's the story arc. Now they have, I don't know if you watch like the Comic-Con stuff, they gave out the next 2 or 3 phases of content that they're going to do for Marvel.
They did already?
Yeah, they've already announced
this
all
is like 2 years ago.
lineups. No, like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The phases are like multiple years?
Yeah.
Oh,
we have movies and content lined up all the way to 2024.
Oh, okay.
So, and then
who are they based around?
Everybody.
The last real good side superhero that made a really good movie was Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was dope.
That's the last
and like
one.
they stopped with him.
Did they? Is he coming back?
He's got one more coming.
Oh, okay.
Not one more, but he has a movie coming in February.
I like Ant-Man. I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is great.
Holland is dope.
They need to build around this instead of
but Spider-Man got 3 now.
Yeah, but I'm saying
they just dropped Spider-Man.
Right.
But no, what I'm saying is they need to like have an Avengers type thing, maybe not Avengers, but something that's tying all these movies together versus everything just one off, because there's not like this, because I wanted to watch every single movie to be like, how does this tie into the Avengers stuff, right? And I know Avengers is done or whatever, but they still could find a way.
Right. No, they have 2 Avengers movies coming out.
Oh, sick.
End of 2024, I think. So yeah, that's what all this is now they can't give you just 10 movies and then here's an Avengers.
Right.
And here's Endgame, I should say. Now it's like, let's build the whole universe, expand it, have more characters. So now the next Avengers is a team of like 20 people versus
And I guess
just
Doctor
5.
Strange is going to be the leader.
And well, no. Namor, to get super nerdy, Namor is the first Avenger. He's one of the OG Avengers in the comic
He's
book.
like a god.
Yeah, so now Namor coming into this Wakanda Forever is going to probably lead into what happens in the Avengers movie. So he's probably going to be the leader or one of the big ones.
Got you.
So
this Wakanda movie's big time then.
Yeah.
It's going to make or break it. Because if you fall in love with Namor, then all right, cool.
Right.
But if you don't, if he's not like Captain America or Iron
Or
Man,
Thor. Or not Thor. I'm sorry, not Thor.
Iron Man.
The snap guy. Thanos.
Right.
Thanos was good.
Namor is a good guy or bad guy?
Good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good guy.
He might go from bad to good or whatever.
Oh, he's a bad guy or he's a good guy?
He's a good guy.
Oh.
He's supposed to be. But I don't know if in this movie he starts bad and comes out good.
Did he play a heel in some of the comic books?
I don't quite remember. There's so many.
I just think that and I thought, so the X-Men is part of Marvel? I thought that that's going to be kind of maybe what saves them too.
Because you saw him in Doctor
Strange. That's coming too.
So I think if they get like Wolverine involved and like
Wolverine.
Yeah. They've got to recast the Wolverine for the Marvel universe. If they were to do it all.
So like that might be what
man. Fantastic Four's coming in.
Right.
Now they get the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four has
and then
always
the
been
big
awful.
bad. The big bad is Kang. Is the bad guy from the bad guy from Loki.
Kang. I saw Loki.
Is the black guy at the end?
Oh, with
in
the
room,
monologues?
with the
They
monologues.
could keep him in the room.
He's the.
I don't need to see anything else from
He's the big
Kang.
bad. Yeah.
I'm good. Please,
good. And then,
please. He had that 48-minute monologue just to say at the end, giggling and keep him in the room. This is why I say Marvel is done. They gonna give us a bad guy that ain't got nothing to do but talk.
I just think whomever is the visionary, whoever's taking over the visionary, because it's not the same guy that did the Avengers.
Right.
Is it?
No, those were the Russo brothers.
The brothers and Kevin Feige
Did
But who, like, from start to finish, tied it all together?
John Favreau was the one that started it. and he was the one
okay.
that kind of tied it all up to
Spider-Man.
Avengers, Spider-Man.
He was in the last Spider-Man.
Well, he was in them, but he stopped doing the exec produce.
Oh, really?
And that whoever took over for him needs to step it up because right
Kevin
now
Feige.
They're making it
Who is it?
too
Isn't
wide.
it that Kevin Feige?
is
Yeah.
now.
I just think his vision is not very coherent.
Right.
It's just a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
But it
That's
was a lot of
awesome,
stuff before.
But there was a lot of stuff in the movies, and it was
Right.
easy to track. Hey, we're gonna watch Iron Man, then we're gonna watch Captain America, then we're gonna watch Spider-Man, then Spider-Man wasn't even a Hulk, and then that never came back, and then we're gonna watch one other thing, Avengers, do it again, and then that was it. We didn't really need. Well, you gotta watch Wanda, then you gotta have to seen Spider-Man Avengers come back to the Iron Man thing when then they snapped, and then it's 5 years.
Right.
You didn't have to do all that.
Right.
Now it's just like it's just too much.
Yeah.
I think it's too much, and I just think they're not as good. They're
And
just not as good.
That is my next thing. Marvel used to be like Pixar,
Right.
where ain't no ball dropping. First of all, Black Widow was not good.
No.
Lightyear was not good. I'm not
Lightyear's
gonna
in the
say
Marvel?
No. But what I'm saying is, Pixar and Marvel drop like their quality dropped. Both of them.
Do you think it's because they just feel like the brand sells?
They better stop. That's why Netflix stock dropped, because they got comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Netflix and chill. Now they talking about we gonna charge you per account.
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, if you share the password, we gonna charge you $2.99. Desperation.
Right.
Yeah, Disney and the folks at Marvel need to get desperate again, because they're not hungry. They're used to, we're gonna make $1 billion off of this, and then we just make another one and another one. And it's like Tyler Perry took over.
Well, it's just there's no
That cut
stakes
deep.
anymore. Like,
I'm sorry,
anyone
Tyler.
see Eternals?
You've been,
Another
taking,
one I hear-
you've been taking shots at your ethnicity a lot this episode.
I'm allowed to say whatever, but
I mean,
Eternals, I didn't watch that. I heard it was trash as well.
no, it was trash. But like, you had Thanos, who was like, I'm gonna snap half the universe, blah blah blah. Eternals was like way worse, and it was like, oh, okay. Like, and so they just keep stepping up the whole universe is gonna explode this time. Like, all right,
That was my
whatever.
problem with the last Spider-Man. Y'all already heard me say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I wonder, like, because you talked about the streaming thing.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about something that happened with the streaming thing in comedy shows.
Okay.
So we good on Marvel? You got anything else?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. There was one more thing, Marvel related. Oh no, it's not. Bullet Train.
No, it's not Marvel.
No, it's not Marvel. Okay. Yeah.
They're
It looks
they're
good.
pumping it, but it looks good.
So Andrew Schultz, So Flagrant, Brilliant
2.
Idiots.
No, it's not called Flagrant 2 anymore.
Yes, Flagrant. It used to
Going
be,
through
yeah.
things.
Oh,
So,
got it.
anyways, he sold his stand-up to a streaming service. He's not naming that streaming service. I don't know what it is. I'm sure if you go on the internet, somebody's probably already said it. But anyways, pre-sold the special. The streaming service was at the taping. That was at LA Orpheum Theater. And everything was cool. Dave Chappelle's special comes out. The backlash to that with, the trans jokes, all that kind of stuff came out, made it a big debacle. And then the streaming service got nervous about Andrew Schultz's special because there supposedly is some pretty racy jokes in there as well. They asked to change certain jokes, edit, all that kind of stuff. He says, fuck nah. He buys his special back from the streaming service and then puts it out on his own website. Makes it a big extravaganza. We're only selling it for 2 weeks. We're actually having a pay-per-view watch party where everybody's going to be able to watch it at the same time while we're watching it again, and then we're going to do like a party, all this kind of stuff. Anyways, Andrew Schultz came out a couple days ago and announced that his special made 3 times what he had to pay to buy it back. So it ended up being extremely successful. Now, That being said, Kelby, you're the businessman when it comes to entertainment industry and all that kind of stuff. Do you see this as a viable way now of people to be able to put out content subverting these streaming services that are now maybe what's it called? Not editing, but what's the word? Censoring some of the content that's coming out.
Hell no.
All right.
Okay. The year is 2019. I make Uncle Ed's bucket list. I say we're going to take it to a streaming platform. Streaming platforms say we're going to give you 40 bands for this one. And I say, it cost me about double that to make the movie. What are we going to do? I say we are going to harness the power of the internet. And we're going to put it on a streaming platform that we make on our own website, and you could buy it there. Then I go to all these advertising platforms. Trailer 1 gets 5.6 million views. Trailer 2 gets 2.5 million views. One trailer got 10 million views on Facebook. You know how much money that movie made? $11.
Congrats.
No, not in profit.
Oh.
It generated $11. Then we sold it to a streaming platform where it made negative $1.83. These streaming platforms have a hold on people for a reason. Number one, most social media people, can't sell a project. They just can't. That's why there was a moment in time, there was a blip in time where movies just brought popular Instagrammers into the movie and then it didn't translate into the box office. That's because if we could get your stuff for free on Instagram, why are we going to go to the theaters to watch it?
Right.
That's number one. Number two, the internet is fickle. The audience is fickle. So to think that people are going to go to a website that they're not familiar with, type in their credit card, and it doesn't have a swipe on it. It doesn't have any encryption. It's not anything that you can call a center if the card gets charged 3 times. No, just a guy and a website. That is not going to work for most people. I think there's a handful of people that got that
Right.
on lock. And that's if they spent 10 bands to make the project. Because a comedy special is not expensive to film.
Right.
Right? Like 6 cameras, operator, somebody on the boards, light, renting the plate. Like you might spend at most like an expensive one, 80 to 100,000.
Right.
And it depends on the theater that you rent. So this is like a
And
range.
you're selling tickets there, so
And
that's
you're selling
good.
tickets. So like it, I'm even saying they might even have caught like 50.
Right.
You know, just it's really
Because
just
the
filming.
place is probably, the ticket sales are probably covering
Yeah,
the
like,
rent and a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean production on it's just not that
Right.
expensive.
But I think
So if you have low cost,
Right.
then you have room for margins.
So I think that I agree with you. I don't think anybody could do it. I do think that though this is going to be a trend though, especially for
Yeah, a short
comedians
one.
that have a certain type of infrastructure, right? That have the podcast that's popping, that have the friends that they could go on multiple different podcasts to promote it, right? Because the big thing is how do you get it out there? How do you get that people know about it? And then how do you create urgency to get people to buy? And what Andrew Schultz realized was it going straight to Netflix, unless you're Dave Chappelle, unless you're Bill Burr, whatever, not a lot of people are watching it on the first day it drops.
No.
Right? So it's in the tuck, it's in the back of their mind, oh, I'm going to get to this eventually.
But that's kind of the purpose of it.
Well, what he's realizing is if you're a guy like Andrew Schultz, and I think Andrew Schultz is one of the handful that you're talking about. But I think Chappelle could fall on this, Chris Rock, all these guys, Kevin Hart, all these guys. I wonder if they look at this and I'm like, maybe we could do it this way where already people already want us. We don't necessarily need the streaming site. But what I'm trying to say is, can the streaming sites now look at this and be like, man, because I'm sure Andrew Schultz, Dave Chappelle, all these guys are some of the biggest draws for them. So if these guys now go, okay, you are censoring us, so we found a way to do this without you. Now, does maybe that change the dynamic of the whole censoring?
I mean, it doesn't change the whole dynamic of it. No, I would say that small group of people already know that they can do it, and I don't think they want to deal with it. You know, I just don't think that they want to deal with it. And Andrew Schultz has popped in the past 3 years.
Right.
You know, he used to be Charlemagne's buddy.
Right.
Now he's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do that. Yes, Rory and Mal could put something on Vimeo and charge $2 and probably make $100,000 off of it. Yes. But that's also a game of like pricing. How much is it?
$15.
1.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a crazy price. He probably could have made more money if he made it a little bit cheaper. But yeah, like there's that handful, you know. And I'm not gonna count the commercial guys. I'm not gonna count Kevin Hart or Bill Burr. Like Andrew Schultz to me is an
Andrew
internet
Schultz
guy.
isn't the first person that did it. Louis
No.
C.K. is the first person that did
Louis
it.
C.K. did it.
Yeah.
There's another dude that did it. I forgot his name. Chris, you probably know it. He's a Hispanic guy. He's an older Hispanic guy though.
George Lopez?
No. He's not as famous. He's not as famous, but he's like.
Was it like
big
Felipe?
to him.
Felipe Esparza?
No. When it hits me, it's like he's like an older. He's probably like 60.
One of
now.
the Cheech and Chong guys?
Cheech?
No. He's not that. He's not like commercially famous like that. He's
okay.
just one of the dudes like the big guys know who he is, and he tours a lot, and he's very rich, but he's not like, you know, people's like, oh, he's my favorite. He's just a dude that works. But he did that, and there's another black guy that did it as well, and they all have the same story. But the reason why the story stands out is because it's unnatural. It's not easy.
I mean, there's a lot of steps. You can't just put it out to put it. You got to have a built-in fan base. You have to be engaged with that
and they have
fan
to be
base.
like a friggin' ravenous fan base who
Right.
love you.
Right, and you can, and it has to be like urgency. Like you have to buy that. So I think Andrew Schultz is a genius. Like he played this perfectly. Right, he took the risk.
This is the Kanye approach.
Yeah,
I'm not putting my album out. I'm gonna put it on the stem player,
Yeah.
and then it's $200. Buy it or don't buy it.
right.
You know, it's that kind of thing. It's not changing anything.
Well, I think
Imagine
it
if
gives
King Batch tried this.
Well, I think
Right.
I think that it could give another outlet for people that want to go down that path. Like realizing what steps I need to take to have complete control over my stuff. I don't think before there was like an avenue that people could see. So now if you're a guy getting into comedy, you're like, okay, this is what I have to do. I have to do this, and this. If I can, right? And then I could actually have ownership over my stuff. Before, you could only partner. Like the goal was you could partner. Like I would say Dave Chappelle and Netflix are partners. I wouldn't say Netflix is like owns Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Because I think that they give him a lot of, and they've stood by him through this whole situation.
To be honest, I don't know about that. Because when I saw Netflix as a joke, his set is very different than what comes out on those specials. Very different. He's actually funny.
I thought his specials were funny. Well, Sticks and Stones. The last one,
I like Sticks and Stones. I like the first half of the last one. But to me, his earlier stuff is the really good
Oh,
stuff.
of course.
But when I saw him at Netflix as a joke, I said, oh, this guy still got it. He's purposefully not as funny on his specials for some reason,
Well, I think he's trying to make a point in a lot of his specials.
which is the problem.
Right. But I think that's a choice he's making. I don't know if that's from Netflix. I think that's him. And maybe he's all of this stuff he's putting out is going to be his next special. You know, like Netflix is joke, all this. He's probably creating his next whatever special whenever he comes out. I'm sure he's going to make a change into going back to not being as political, I would say. But
Well, there was a lot of political stuff in that one.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot. Ukraine, LGBT, like all that. But, I mean, I think the art, I just love the fact that the art is back.
Right.
And that's a beautiful thing. But, yeah, I think Andrew Schultz, I don't think he's doing anything new, but I do think that it's...
He's effective with it.
Yeah. Like he's doing it right. Because this opportunity has existed for a while, and the technology has existed for a while, but it's such a difficult thing to do because those streaming platforms have the
Infrastructure
to make things pop, and also they're not looking at revenue. You know what I mean? The reason why I say they're looking at things differently is because Andrew Schultz needs a hit in 14 days. Netflix doesn't.
Right.
Netflix will allow you to put it on their platform and just let it sit there.
Right.
And then the audience will slowly trickle in because they're not saying, oh, this is going to make us money. That's not their thing. They're just trying to appease as many subscribers as possible. You see what I'm saying? And they're just hoping nobody cancels their subscription.
Right.
Which is why now they're trying to have an ad-based, subscription model with Microsoft. So it's ultimately it's not about the content; it's just about retention.
Right. It's just about the eyeballs.
Exactly. So I don't know. Shout out to Andrew Schultz though, because the rise that guy is on is like next level.
Right.
I never expected this because I remember when Redman was a fan of that dude, and he went to the book signing and stuff. I was like, okay. But now he's that guy.
He wrote a book? I didn't even know he wrote a book.
Maybe Charlemagne wrote the book, and then Andrew Schultz was there, or something like that, something along those lines. But I mean, shout out to him because do you think he's as big as Joe Rogan?
No,
he's getting there. I enjoy his stuff.
He's in a different lane. Joe Rogan's appeal, and I mean, are you saying just as a comedian?
His brand.
Nah,
different.
Joe Rogan's brand is nobody's touching that right now. His numbers are nobody's getting close.
But I think though what people don't realize is like they keep putting these, and the other side keeps putting these controversies on these comedians and stuff, and it literally does it to themselves. Like Andrew Schultz maybe not would have been as popular if they didn't try to censor him or do all this stuff. Maybe it would have flopped on its own. Who knows? So, but they keep doing this, and Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, all these guys keep getting more and more and more popular, and they are funny. They are very good at their craft, but would they be as good if there wasn't the controversy? Who knows?
That's true. That's what made The Dictator a big movie, and it wasn't even that good.
Right.
Was that the name of it?
The Dictator?
Yeah.
You talking about the one with
Kim Jong-un?
Nah, that was
Sacha
called
Baron
The
Cohen.
Interview.
The interview.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the interview. All right, before we leave, Elon's the man.
On multiple fronts.
He's populating
And his
our
dad.
Earth.
That whole bloodline.
So many smart people coming out.
That whole bloodline.
You saw him shirtless?
Who cares, man?
Talk about white.
Right. Boy, he need a little bit of that African sun. But that's our guy right
South
there.
African
Elon. Well, yes. Yeah, we got that.
It's a little whiter.
Yeah. Shout out Elon, man. You a good dude.
Good job.
Man. Tweet me. Anybody got anything to say?
Nah,
Crypto's
man.
looking crazy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's resisting. It's not dying.
Where's your Dogecoin at?
It's bad.
Not to the moon.
But I have faith. I have faith. I have faith.
You have faith in
Yeah.
Doge?
I have faith in all of them. I have faith in everything.
Give me the 1 minute Sam breakdown. Why?
All right. So if it was as bad as everyone's claiming it, or the other side is claiming it is, it would all have dropped down really far. And it honestly hasn't dropped down in retrospect that far. What was Bitcoin 2020? It was like 16,000?
2020?
2020.
68,000.
No, that was 2021.
Okay.
Before that, it was way lower than it is now. So everyone's looking with a microscope at Dogecoin or cryptocurrency, like, look, it's down all the way, blah, blah, blah. When you take a step back, it's just correcting doing its thing. It's still new. It's what? 13 years old in total? Give it time. If it goes down to 0, okay, you lost everything, whatever, but it hasn't. It's still at 20. Give it to me.
Hold on, it's at 21.
All right. That's resistance.
You know, I just bought. Let's see what I just bought some Bitcoin
Good.
the other day, and it went down.
It's fine.
A
It's okay.
considerable amount.
You're buying at a good time.
Am I?
Yeah.
I actually
Buy the
kind of,
dip.
I
Buy
kind of,
the
yeah,
dip.
I kind of believe in that, but I just need to understand what it does.
Bitcoin?
But we'll get to it. We'll get back to that another time. But I just wanted to make sure people know, like, because
I haven't sold shit.
You haven't sold.
I've
anything.
sold regular stocks, no crypto.
What'd you sell?
Oh, I had to sell some, like, I sold Disney and Tesla to pay for my condo.
Ah, okay.
And I used them as losses on my taxes, so I'm not just certain things.
Did you actually lose?
I had a loss on Tesla, and then I think I had almost a loss on Disney. No, I did have a loss on Disney. So,
Buy the dip, y'all.
taxes, baby.
And quick RIP. Choco Taco is no longer in existence.
Ruined my day.
That's awful news. Because I actually do like chocolate
Yeah,
taco.
RIP.
Yeah.
It's a big here in Southern California. It was a big deal.
And shout out to the rapper that said, "I'm gonna be home in 5 minutes. If the ops are looking for me, then they found him, and then they shot him."
All right.
You guys have a good evening.